Hi Leo, welcome to your one video, two readings. You can stick around for both or just click on the timestamp to get to the other reading. The first reading I'm going to do is will they reach out, and looks at how they feel about reaching out and where they're at now, where they were, what they want, that sort of thing. So all about them reaching out. And then the time-stamped one will be should you reach out, and you might already have your answer after watching the will they reach out. May or may not. Anyway, at your discretion always. Everything else you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the two links. I have two links for the recommend a reader shout out. There's two: Stormy Grace Astrologer and Suit of Cups Tarot. So much love and support to them, and hopefully you can stop by and show them some love and support. And I've been forgetting to mention Tyler's Tarot because he does a version. He's been doing it for a while, but he does a will they reach out, and he does a should you reach out. He's been doing it for quite some time before I worked it into my rotation. So if you get a chance, be sure and check him out as well. Love and support to him. All right, Leo. Let's start with will they. How do they feel about reaching out? Will they? Won't they? All right, Leo. Will they reach out? How do they feel about reaching out? What's going on? Okay. So we got the Nine of Pentacles there. All right. And this is going to be for them. Let's see if I can fix that. Not really. Okay. So this is where they're at right now. All right. So Judgment. Okay. Four of Cups. Emperor, so we got two fours here. Wow. Chariot. Eight of Cups. Page of Wands. Tower. The Sun. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the Four of Swords, Major Arcana. 5 Major Arcana. 4, 3, yeah. Hold on a minute. 3 fours. All right, so that's someone spending some time thinking. That's for darn sure. They're kind of taking pause right now. Got 3. Okay, 7, 8, 2, 3, 9. Got it. Okay. All right. What did I just do there? There it was. Okay. So we've got the Eight of Swords with the 10 of Cups. Let's see. Not going to work, is it? Eight of Swords with the 10 of Cups. Can you see that? Pretty please? Yes. With the 2 of Wands over here. Put it like that. I think this is someone that, yeah, I think they haven't quit you yet, Leo. They do want to reach out. Will they? Oh. They might be afraid that you've already moved on. They're waiting, though. It's like they're holding vigil. They're waiting. We got 4 of Swords. We got the 2 of Wands here. There could be distance involved. Let's be honest. We got distance, or we've got pictures of off in the distance right here, right here. Could be distance. Could be the reason why it's a long distance relationship. All right. So this is somebody that's kind of just holding vigil, holding court for how they feel about you. They're waiting. They're passive. They're not making any moves yet because they honestly thought that things were going to work out, that there would be a chance for reconciliation because they thought they could fix it. They thought that they could get in there and convince you otherwise and make a case for it. They are still interested in reaching out. It looks like they do want this second chance. They at least want to talk or atone. I think with time it's been tempered to wanting to atone or to at least plead their case or just say, hey, look, Yeah, so there's still not resolved feelings. They're still really kind of all over the place with how they feel. And they, honestly, they thought you, look at this. We got the Sun and the Emperor. This is the, oh, sorry, Leo, Chariot, Scorpio, Sagittarius or Cancer, Aries, anybody else? Okay, so they thought that you were like their person. I mean, we got the Sun, we got the Emperor. This is somebody they thought they could rely on, that things would work out, they could trust, that you were, they probably even looked up to you, Leo. There's some idolizing going on in some extreme cases, but on the whole, this was somebody that they thought that you were just the pillar of security and stability for them. They might have relied on you too much, because this is someone that since you two have stopped, they have stopped. And they're just going to be kind of, I feel like they are not moving on. I think there might be some over idolizing of this situation and them not dealing with it because they're still so in their feelings and they can't get over the fact that you just left. They feel like you just left the relationship emotionally and otherwise. And I think that's making it harder for them to get over. They just feel up and left. That's how they feel. All right. I don't feel like I need to clarify anything. What's this? What's this Judgment about? This Judgment card. They still, that's the over idolizing, because I feel like, yeah, they don't want to accept that it's over. And I think that's why we see like the Four of Swords and the Two of Wands and the Four of Cups, is they're not ready to accept it yet. I think they'd want to reach out if they thought it would do any good. Do they want to reach out? Yes. Will they? I don't think so. I don't know. I guess we could always ask, right? I think that they might be waiting for you, and I think that they think that this is not an opportune time to do so because they're all over the place emotionally and because they feel like you've walked away. So they're probably just trying to kind of hang on and do their own thing. And what's this Nine of Cups or Pentacles about, though? Because maybe it's like, okay, you know what? I really want to reach out. I want some kind of interaction, some kind of message, but I'm not going to out of self-respect, out of feeling like, you know what? I've got to maintain some integrity here. I don't want to embarrass myself, or what's the point if they've walked away? Why am I going to reach out if they've made their choice? Even though I'm over here feeling like I can't move on, or I want to reach out, but I'm holding myself back because I really thought that we were going to make it, you know. Got this Ten of Cups, the Sun, and the Emperor. I really thought this was going to be the stability and passionate connection and the happily ever after that I wanted. But I do have my self-respect, and I'm not reaching out. I get that there's no chance of a reconciliation, but I still can't accept that or give up. We got the Four of Swords and the Two of Wands here. So this is somebody that's having a really hard time with the breakup, because it's gone from them thinking that everything is going to be hunky-dory and working out with you two to all of a sudden wishing there could be this reconciliation, but knowing that whatever you had was over. Even if there can't be a reunion or a reconciliation, I think they still would like some kind of something, some kind of connection with you. Because sometimes this isn't always about reconciliation. It could be about atonement. It could be about someone wanting absolution. Like, will you just let me atone? I get that we can't be together, but will you please forgive me? Will you please, you know, just tell me that it's all going to be okay even though we're not together, that sort of thing. That I didn't destroy you or you didn't destroy me, that we can, yeah, I'm going, but just think nicely of me. How about that? You know what I mean? All right, what's this Page of Wands about? Yeah, oh God, okay, cross watchers, I'm sorry. But it looks like you're cross watchers, you're pretty smitten here. You're still wanting to extend that invitation, talk about this ending and see if there's a potential for it working out. And Leo, if you're wondering, will they reach out? I think in time they may. I think right now it's out of self-preservation that they're not. It's taking every ounce of strength and courage for them not to, because of pride, and because it's like, you know, I have my self-respect and my pride. But they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They still really are interested in forward movement. Dare I say, they even want to go one step further and make it right. They want to atone, perhaps, because we got the Chariot, we got the Knight of Cups, and we've got Judgment here. So this is someone that's trying to have that can-do attitude and spirit, and thinks that their sheer force of will, it's like, you know what, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make this happen. Let's do the thing. I can do it. I'm going to drive this over the I'm going to do it. I'll show you. Just let me show you. Let me make it up to you. Let me fill in the blank. All right, what else for Leo? Okay, so we had this flipped upside down over here. It's Chariot reversed. So this is about things not moving forward. That you two aren't aligned, or it's like lack of, you two are not on the same page with moving forward, which would kind of be apropos here, because there has been this ending and breakup. So there's that. Thank you, Captain Obvious. All right. What else for Leo? Leo. Knight of Pentacles. Perhaps that's also, along with this Nine of Pentacles, we got the Knight of Pentacles. This is about self-worth, even though it's killing them to probably like, or not, I shouldn't say killing them. Let's not be dramatic. But it's been very hard for them to not reach out. You are on their mind constantly, and they do want a reconciliation. They want some kind of connection, hoping it will lead to eventually a reconciliation. But they have their self-respect. They have their pride. Let's wait a little bit and see how I feel about this. Right now, I know I feel this way, but that's because I'm still all over the place with my emotions, and I'm not handling the breakup very well, but I don't want Leo to see me like that. So let's give it some time. But I also think that it comes down to them wanting to see if you would be on the same page with them and offer what they had to offer, what they had in mind. Because this is about things not progressing because you two are not on the same page. You want different things, right? So I think that's what's keeping them from reaching out, is that they feel like you don't want what they want, that you're not going to offer them what they want. And what they want is probably stability. We've got the Emperor here, which is all about that control and stability and structure and being trustworthy. And they really want that with you. But I think they might realize or know that the reason why you broke up was because you just wanted different things. You two wanted different things. What else for, what would Leo's person say to them? This is about being able to offer that stability and security. It's also about things being stagnant. So on the one hand, it's like, this is taking forever. But it could also be that I just don't want to wait anymore, and I don't think that they're going to offer me what I have to offer, which is what I want, which makes me feel safe, secure, like I'm with my person, my trustworthy ride or die person. It's like you and me, you know, that person. What else for? I didn't say this I forgot to say it, but this could resonate otherwise. Family, friends, passion project, work, career. It doesn't have to be romantic. It looks like it's romantic, though. It looks like this is about a breakup. Doesn't have to be. This could be family relations, friendship, work, career, passion project. What would the other party, let's say that. What would the other party say to Leo? The other party say to Leo. I'm a better person because of you. Well, that's certainly kind and entirely appropriate, I'm sure. I'm a better person. Of course, that's why they want. Well, okay, I could see that because there's kind of this a little bit of exaltation going on, like someone wanting to come in, and even though it might take a lot of effort and a force of will to make it work and for forward movement, they're up for it. Why? Because they saw you as their person. They thought things were going to work out. They thought they could, and yet walking away. All right, what else for Leo? What else for Leo? Ooh, okay, so this is things not moving forward, that someone, these are problems that are insurmountable. This can be a very cold time of not free-flowing affection and connectivity. And this is, so there's problems in the foundation of this relationship. There's problems in the security of this relationship. And let's see, the Mountain, 8 of Wands. Put this here, I guess, right? We make some room here. And, okay. 8 of Wands and King of Cups if we're looking at tarot. So, so 8 of Wands, Wands and Swords are interchangeable in the Lenormand, at least the way I read them. So 8 of Wands, 8 of Swords. This is about, and it's funny because on one hand it's about sudden movement, incoming, things happening very quickly, swift changes. And then we've got the 8 of Swords, which is about restriction, about being held back, about not knowing what to do, not knowing what the right thing to do is. So you've got this opening, you can walk out, but you're not wanting, it's self-imposed restriction due to fear of consequences or lack thereof, that sort of thing. So this, and the King of Cups, that could be Pisces, but not knowing what to do and having to guard your emotions. But at the same time, that's also, to put it differently, it could be a position, it's not that you don't know what to do, you're just waiting for the right time. And guarding your emotions could simply mean that you're not investing in this situation emotionally anymore, and you're looking at other options. So it doesn't have to be like, oh, somebody's consumed by fear. I'm talking about for you, Leo. This could be a time of choice for you, just because I don't think you're broken up about this. Let's just put it that way. I think you're good. I think they are not, but they also, it's about self-respect and pride and really wanting to check the viability of them reaching out, because they're like, I know how I feel, like I know I want to reach out, but it doesn't make sense. Oh, I just heard something on the street. Does it make sense to do so? And part of that is because they're like, well, I honestly am so, shaken up over this because I really thought we were going to work out. But here, you're walking away. So they're like, I'm just going to be unto myself right here. I'm just going to, I might want to reach out and negotiate, but I don't think enough time has gone by for me yet. But I do plan on it, just not yet. I need to get a handle on my feelings. So right now I wait. I was going to pull a card for something. What was it? Oh, what's this 8 of Cups about? What's this 8 of Cups about? For Leo. What's this 8 of Cups about for Leo? Oh. 3 of Swords. All right. So this is like, okay, it probably hurt you too, but it was necessary and you knew this might come. This situation might bring about this, or this situation always could have been on the table. Like, it's almost like, well, you'll never get divorced if you don't get married, right? That divorce will never be an option as long as you never get married. Once you get married, divorce can be an option. That's kind of like this right here. It's like, well, this always kind of was a possibility. This is not a surprising ending. This is something that someone kind of knew could happen, but you gamble against it. You think, oh no, or whatever, happens. But this is something that this heartache, it's not that it could have been avoided, but you knew it always could have been on the table. So they're just feeling like, I knew at the back of my mind this could have happened, and it did, but I'm no less hurt for it. I'm no less heartbroken that this person walked away from me. All right. All right, so is there anything else Leo needs to know here? Anything else Leo needs to know? Anything else Leo needs to know? Wait, it was like this. Either way. Sorry, like that. Okay. Queen of Swords and Two of Swords reversed or otherwise, because I can't remember how it was. But either way, this is about no fly zone, no communication because somebody is very overly emotional. This is the king, not the queen, the King of Swords and Two of Swords, either reversed or otherwise. This is about things not moving forward. Could be dealing with a Gemini, Scorpio, Cancer, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, Cancerian. Either way, this is about someone making a decisive cut or an executive decision to not further involve themselves in a situation. There is no, even though their emotions might be all over the place, you or this other person, there's no moving forward. There's no discussions, there's no talks, there's no information sharing, there's no communication. Dare I say yet though, because this person really does want to reach out to you, but I think out of self-preservation and needing some time to go by to get a handle on their feelings, they're not going to. They want to, but they're not going to for a while. Wild. What's wild? Because intuitively it feels like August. Hold on a minute. So that's not long at all, but in the grand scheme of things. But when? Because this person wants to reach out, so when? Let's look at when. August just feels kind of soon. When would Leo's person reach out? Okay. So, sorry, getting some water here. Pardon me. This is saying in the fall. So if you're stateside, that is in about 3 or 4 months. I got August. This is saying in the fall, in autumn. So 3 or 4 months-ish. All right. So Leo, this is where I leave you for this reading. Now I'm going to get to the other reading. You might want to stick around or not. But I'm going to clear this away and start the next reading, which is should you reach out. I'm treating that reading as independent from this one. So not the same group of Leos, even though it might end up kind of confirming this reading or whatnot. But I'm going to treat it as separate. So that way everybody has access to it. Might be a different perspective, a different take on this, or just confirmation. Anyway, you get the idea. Thank you for stopping by. I hope this was helpful. I hope to see you in another reading. You take care. All right. Hi Leo, again, if you're still sticking around from the last one, welcome to your Should You Reach Out reading. We just finished with the Will They Reach Out. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as 2 recommended reader shoutouts and a note, or just a little side note. Tyler's Tarot, and I've mentioned this before, I've forgotten other readings, but anyway, he's done versions of this. He's done Should You Reach Out, Will They Reach. He's been doing that for quite some time. I'm relatively new with it, and this is my own spread, my own take on it. But I just want to acknowledge that he does this also, and I didn't want it to be like, well, so-and-so is doing this and not giving credit or acknowledgement. So he's the one that I'm aware that does this also. So his link is in the description box below as well. Check him out. Show him some love if you haven't already. And the other 2 recommender reader shout-outs go to, hold on a minute, Stormy Grace, she's an astrologer, and Suit of Cups Tarot. So much love and support to them, and hopefully you get a chance to check them out and show them some love and support if you like what they have to say. All right, Leo, should you reach out? I get the feeling it's a mixed bag always, right? But it's like, okay, somebody's willing to say, well, let me see, enough time's gone by, or gosh, should I wait some more? But some of you are showing up with like your arms folded across your chest and like, I just want to see what you have to say about this. I get it. I get it. We have all been there. All right, Leo, should you reach out? Let's take a look. No, that's reading done, right? There's 5 of Swords there. Feeling like, nope, I need to cut ties necessarily so. I need to be done with this. Why? Because have you fallen in love? Or are you just like, down with love right now? We got an ending here. This could be Scorpio. The Devil. Capricorn. 5 of Pentacles. 2 of Swords. 9 of Swords. The World. Hi. 8 of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Okay. All right, for the Leos that I'm reading for, and this is independent of the last reading, it might end up confirming or just offering the other perspective, but like the others, because that one was will they, this is should you, so it could be balanced, but this is treated as an independent reading. Oh no, good gracious, look at this. 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords, Death, no, the World, boobies, also boobies. This is definitively an ending. Oh my goodness gracious, it's like they feel like it's going to hold them back. They look at this disconnect after the ending. They feel like it's going to hold them back. They've had enough. No more communication. They don't want anything. They want closure. And this is all about them shoring up their security and feeling like they just need to really take some time to bring things under control for themselves. They need to practice some self-nurturing, need to kind of make themselves a priority. And this is about you not reaching out to them. We got the 5 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords here, 2 of Swords, no reaching out. No reaching out. If you're trying to negotiate that and say, well, look, I'll change this and this about myself, we got the 8 of Swords here and we got the Devil and the 9 of Swords. That's somebody that's been here before and they don't believe that there could be viable change. As much as they might want there to be, it's done. The World, it's done. What's this Devil about? What's this Devil about? See, it's just, it's not, it wouldn't be good for them. Yeah, or 2 of Swords twice. No. No good can come of you reaching out to them because they feel like this is a situation that can't be fixed. They've been here before. They need to cut things off and out because they just feel like they need to get back to balancing their life out and taking care of theirs and their own only. They just want to hunker down and focus on their own security and own day-to-day life and get back to some sense of fluidity and normalcy in their life. They just want closure. They don't look at the blindfolds and the no communication here. That this is definitive. I don't need to clarify anymore. This is a quick one. What else for Leo? What would Leo's person say to them? What would Leo's person say to them? No reaching out, Leo. Look at this. 8 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 5. No. What would Leo's person say to them? I want to be authentic. I am no longer afraid. So we got the Ace of Cups here. They could have found somebody new, or it could be that they're like, you know what? I don't see this going anywhere. I really need to take care of myself and make decisions that are going to benefit me. And I want to find my person, and I don't feel like you and I are each other's person. And instead of staying in a relationship that is no longer viable, no longer connected, it just feels like it's unhealthy, or I'm being held down or held back, or it's just, it's not working for either of us. I'm not afraid to be single anymore. I'm not afraid to go out there and look for who I think is a better fit for me. We got Capricorn here, by the way. Scorpio. Yeah. Okay, so it's not that they're saying that you're a bad person. It's just saying that they're like, you know what, no good can come of us reaching out and talking to each other, or you reaching out. I don't want anything from you. We need to let the ending stand, and I want to go my separate way. I just want to rebuild, and I want to be open and available to finding someone I can fall in love with again. What else for this reading for Leo? What else for sure to reach out for Leo? What else for Leo should you reach out? What's for Leo? Seven of Pentacles. This is about it not being worth the time and effort anymore. It's almost like you've rounded a corner, or they have. It is simply not worth the investment anymore, and someone's wanting to redirect their energy and time to what is going to pay off in the future, to what is going to work out, to what is going to be a good harvest, shall we say, later on. Something they can invest in and will be around, the security aspect of it. So it was like you were at the crossroads, and they probably just came to a point where they're just like, you know what, this isn't going to work anymore. I can't take anymore. We can't keep doing this. Okay, all right. What else for Leo? For should Leo reach out? What else for this reading? Should Leo reach out? This is someone that's taking care of themselves and looking forward to, well, not looking forward, they're looking forward at their future and realizing, you know what, I need to do what I need to do to take care of myself right now and secure my own happiness, my own needs for the future. So we got the snake and we got the tree. This is also diplomacy and being wise enough. This could be diplomacy and wisdom in the sense that it's like, okay, you know what? I know what needs to be done here. I'm wise enough to know we've been here before. This is not our first go around with this, or at least I've been here before, to know that for my stability and security for the future and longevity, that I need to do what I need to do. I got to take care of myself. This is about this. Sometimes though, this is about betrayal and dishonesty and deception and duplicity in a long-standing relationship, or that has threatened the very foundation and security of a relationship. There's been dishonesty, and that might be why they're so resolutely steadfast. Do not reach out to me. Do not talk to me. No good can come of that, because I can't deal with the betrayal, with the deception that has been going on in this relationship that was supposed to be solid and stable. I will now provide that for myself. Thank you very much. Okay. What else for Leo? What else for Leo? What else does Leo need to know? What does Leo need to know? So we've got, okay, the Seven of Pentacles. No, the Five of Pentacles. Nope, seven. Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Five Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Both of them reversed. So, yeah, no reaching out. No. This is about not feeling in deficit anymore. So we got the Five of Pentacles right here and the Five of Pentacles reversed. This is not feeling disconnected anymore. Feeling like, okay, you know what? I can come out of this. I'm okay. Reconnecting, perhaps, whereas this would be disconnect. This could be reconnecting. And the Seven of Pentacles is deciding that a reconnection is not worth it. Reconnecting is not worth the investment. All right, so no reaching out. No. A hard no. This is definitive. All right, Leo. I hope this was helpful. This was a bit harsher than intended, but holy cow. It looks like this person's, look at the cards. So this is you staying under yourself, keeping your feelings to yourself. This is about you dating and looking for another person as well as them. This is both of you going on your own way to find new partners of interest. But this is definitively no more reaching out for you, or do not reach out if you were thinking about it, according to this. All right. I wish you luck with this. I hope you and your person are okay, transitioning okay. I know it's probably pretty painful. I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.